Show on Sirius XM. You can put your penis away, miss.
Got Billy Connolly outside the studio making his way in. A very funny gentleman.
There he is. Take a seat, sir.
Haven't seen him in a while.
It's been a while.
Hi, Billy. What's up, Billy?
Hi, Jim. Nice to see you. Good to see you.
What's going on, man?
Look at that. Nice big beard.
Good to see you, brother. Nice to see you.
Well-coiffed mustachio.
It's my winter plumage.
Is it winter plumage?
Yeah.
I get it.
It's working.
It's been a crazy winter for New York. I think we're just about out of it, though, finally.
Getting a Gandalf thing going.
Oh, why not?
Why not?
I have
Headphones
friends
working?
like that in Scotland who grow beards from September to Easter.
Really?
Yeah, they have no beard in the summer, and then September let it go again.
Yeah, people do that. I don't know why. It's not like a face-warming thing, is it?
It is,
it
especially
warms your
under-
face.
under-
Does it
it's
work?
fucking-
Yeah.
It's really good under your chin here.
Yeah. Okay.
It absolutely helps. You got to grow it out, though.
Yeah, you gotta commit.
You got to go mountain.
Yeah,
I just
mountain
shaved
man.
mine down. Mine was almost as big as yours, Billy.
Yeah, he
I
gets
get
like
it.
a big Jeremiah Johnson kind
Yeah.
of beard thing going. Grizzly Adams.
I was starting to look like an
Grizzly
Haggerty.
Adams is my favorite.
Yeah, Grizzly Adams
Yeah.
had the big beard.
Doesn't it itch? I don't like facial hair at all.
No.
It itches at first.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
got
know.
to get
Kiss
past
him.
that stage.
See?
What's that?
I said, I don't know. Kiss him.
Does it
It
itch?
softens up after a while. It itches when it's sort of brittle and
Right.
short.
Yeah.
Then it softens up.
Yeah.
I don't think women. I guess some women like a beard or facial hair, but I'm like, I don't know. How can a girl like?
Until you get food caught in it. And
Right.
it's just
Oh,
like
man.
whatever you're drinking is now in your beard.
Yeah.
There are days when I had it long, man, the smell coming from that beard was brutal.
God! What?
Smoothies dripping into it. You wipe it
It's
off.
when you don't know it's there. You
He
can have it
knows.
for days.
Oh, God damn it.
At the corners of your mouth.
Yeah. You do the right.
The only thing worse than that is those guys who have a little hammock of mayonnaise stuff at the corner of the mouth.
Yeah, that's that psychotic medication when
Yes.
they're on antidepressants. They
Yeah.
get that fucking 1,000-yard marine stare
Oh, yeah.
and that
And
little buildup
Elmer's-
of white shit.
Elmer's glue in the
it's
corners.
fucking worst.
The beard becomes
And
like
it
a.
stretches, and once you've spotted it, you can't take your eyes
Yeah,
off.
no,
that's
no.
just stringing.
Can't look anywhere else. The beard becomes like a sponge, though, for everything you're eating
Yeah,
and drinking.
a catch-all.
Even if you wipe it down after a meal, it's catching something.
But it smells like hair. Like, isn't it like a scalp? Like, if it stinks, like your scalp, if you don't wash your hair, fucking smells.
It could reek.
Yeah.
It absolutely could reek.
Holy
I'm
shit.
here to tell you.
Well, yours looks very
Well, I feel
clean
very
and coiffed.
smelly today.
No, yours looks very
You look,
clean.
yes,
and-
you took a shower, then you shower, and you're back to normal. Thank God.
Yeah.
You know, what are you going to do, right, Billy?
I don't squander my conditioner on it or anything like that. I just-
No, huh? You don't squander your conditioner?
No, hell no. I don't even use shampoo on it. A little
Really?
soap is
A
good
little
enough
bit
for
of
the
soap will
beard.
do that, yeah.
That's right.
But then your face gets dry and itchy and flaky underneath.
Well, what are you going to do? I got nice shampoo, and I just keep it for my head.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
Right.
Put a little lotion on it.
Nah.
Well, you'll notice that your pubic hair is always in perfect condition,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't squander your conditioner down there.
But that's because the conditioner, I think, when you rinse your hair, is running down
Oh, you get a little something?
your body and
No,
gives
I'll
you a
tell
little
you, I
something.
think the answer is wear underwear on your head.
Your hair will always be soft like your
pubic hair
pube.
with ping, shiny, curly, and lively. You never hear anybody saying, "Oh, my pubic hair's dull and lifeless."
Yeah.
Straight, I can't get it to curl at all.
No body to it. Yeah.
No.
Do you know what's funny? I do have straight. I shave my pubes totally, but I said before I was joking. It looks Asian. My fucking pubic hair is totally straight.
Unlike
Pops
the
out
owner.
straight.
Now, that is weird.
I know it's creepy. It's creepy.
Does it pop
Yeah,
out
that is
straight, or
weird.
does it fall down?
It's fucking awful, dude. It stands up straight, and then when it's like it kind of like goes sideways around my dick like fucking grass. It's terrible.
Oh, man. Hell. Like tall grass around a tree.
Yeah, exactly. Like around a leaky fucking infected tree.
Oh, your moss
Yeah, there's some moss around it.
on the northern side.
God damn, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's gross. So I fucking keep. I had a girl one time. I was in a threesome. I was fucking a girl.
Oh, that's enough. Enough. I had a Catholic upbringing.
And
straight to confession and wash your mouth out.
And well, she wanted to. After she fucking got a taste of my pubes, she was none too pleased. She's like, "You ought to shave that." She said it right in front of her boyfriend. He was banging her, and she was blowing me. She said, "You ought to shave that." I'm like, "All right," and I did.
That's a hell of a scene.
Yeah, it was quite a rude awakening, but now I like it baby soft smooth. No fucking pubes.
Now I get this weird picture every time I look at you.
Yeah,
It's a good
now
picture, though. It's a nice picture.
It's a picture.
Smooth penis, smelling good.
So what are you up to these days? It's been a while. What are you working on?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, that's relaxing.
Well, I start in New Zealand in April, and I've got 7 nights here in America before I go.
Okay, that's working on something then.
Yeah, you're still doing it.
You're a busy man.
Are you doing gigs, you mean? 7 nights of work?
Yeah.
Wow.
What are you shooting in New Zealand?
I'm just doing one-nighters in New Zealand for 2 months.
Oh, gigs.
Yeah.
2 months of one-nighters in New Zealand.
There's that much work in New Zealand that you have to be there for 2 months?
For Billy
for
Connolly.
me, there is, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Fuck
Wait,
yeah.
I've
good
been
for
doing
you.
it for about 20 years.
That New Zealand is a strange place. We don't.
Oh, it's a beautiful
But
place.
Americans don't really know much about it for whatever reason.
Oh, it's really good. It's a
what I
fantastic
hear.
place. And I've got some work to do in The Hobbit, you know.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because I'm in the third one. That's the one that comes out next Christmas.
Is that why you got the beard?
No.
He always had the beard.
I know. They could always
But
put
I've got
one on
even more
anyway.
beard than The Hobbit. I've got loads of beard.
Loads of beard,
of
yeah.
And my eyebrows are braided.
Holy shit.
Filled back. Yeah.
That's cool.
Is it your beard or they put a little extra on?
They put extra on it, extra face as well, because I'm a dwarf.
Okay, so they got to
And
make your nose
they
a little
make it, they make
bigger.
it really wide, so as you look short.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah,
that's how
yeah.
they
So
do
I've got
that.
extra bits on my head and everything. It's nothing like me. Why they booked me, I'll never know.
Maybe the accent.
Absolutely, it'll come.
That might have got you in the door for the Hobbit.
Those are great movies, man. Peter Jackson does a great job with those.
Oh, it's extraordinary.
Yeah.
You could I'm a shitty auditioner, man. Like I can act okay, but I fucking just suck on audition. There's something.
You choke?
Yeah, it's just like I was doing something yesterday, and I love the material, and I felt very comfortable with the material. But then I go in, and the casting director was nice, but then you're just standing in front of a blue screen, like, okay, move a little close. It's just like so fucking completely
I
unnatural.
don't know how they expect people to perform at their best in those situations. The other one was in when I lived in California, I'd go down and read for things. I don't do that anymore. But the director wouldn't be there. It'd be some girl, some secretary, and she's got her head down reading the script. So you'd play into the top of her head.
Yeah.
Well, how are you supposed to beat your best like that?
I wonder if they take that into consideration, though. And they're like,
No.
all right, he's a 5 here. He'd probably be.
It can only be better.
Yeah, it can
So
only
if
be
you
better.
do above average in that circumstance.
And then I
Wow.
spoke to Dennis Dugan, the director, and he does all Adam Sandler stuff and everything. And he says he knows the second the person walks in the door whether he's got the gig or not.
Wow.
Doesn't need to
Yeah.
speak.
Wow.
Well, but he's in the room though with the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could probably tell if you're confident or whatever. A lot of them say it's how you present yourself in the room.
The other thing is sometimes you don't get the gig because you're too tall, you're too fat, you're too thin. Compared to the leading lady or whoever, you're going to be playing opposite. You know, you're too short, you're this, you're that, you're
Did that happen to you? Is there a story there, Billy? Not really?
because I don't get asked to audition.
Yeah.
They just,
They're just like, yeah, we need this guy. We've seen him.
We need a Connolly type.
Get us Billy Connolly.
Yeah.
Well,
Get him on the phone.
Tom Cruise is short. I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard that like when women act with him, that they sometimes have to stand lower than him because
He isn't as short as people think.
No, how tall is he?
No.
He's 5'7",
He's
5'8".
about 5'10", I think.
Oh, I thought he was like 5'6" or
very average.
5'5".
Oh, yeah. I always thought he was shorter
Because
than
I did The Last
5'10".
Samurai with him, and he was, maybe he had lifts on or something, but he seemed tall enough to be.
Yeah, you probably should have checked his shoes, Billy. He probably was on stilts or something.
Some of them live.
Right.
You know how hard it'd be to put lifts on those shoes in The Last Samurai? Didn't they wear like little fucking slippers though?
Slippers with lifts.
Yeah, that would look really silly. We saw Pacino's lifts at the end of
Yeah.
what was that movie with De Niro?
De
It
Niro.
was terrible. It was
Turk and Rooster, that one?
Yeah, it was.
They were named Turk and Rooster.
Oh, it's stunk.
That was the name of that movie. Hey, Palto, come on.
A Righteous Kill.
Righteous
And at the end of it,
Kill.
after the terrible speech when he gets shot, Pacino's laying there with his fucking, and they pan back and you can see his little lips. You're like, oh, the poor little guy.
Oh, really?
But someone blew that, though. They should have filmed that differently.
Well, they probably didn't think people would be fucking screen capping it and looking for his lips. I never
this
heard
day
this
and
radio
age.
show.
Take it out in post.
Right.
How's your health?
Terrible.
Terrible.
I had a
Wow.
weird thing. I got Parkinson's disease, and I had cancer of the
Jeez.
prostate. Yeah,
How'd you find out about the prostate? Were you feeling weird, or are they just natural, just testing?
they were just testing. I was just getting an annual finger up the bum,
Wow.
and they did the blood test, and it proved positive.
Well, they're like, there's something there. Yeah.
So they whipped it out.
What's the call like that you get for that? Like, what do you're home and they say, okay, we have to come in this time for the.
Yeah, it's a really weird call. I can remember saying to the guy, "Oh, nobody's ever said that to me before." You know,
Wow.
you get cancer, and usually you're only told once.
Oh, man. Damn.
So what did you think when they told you had it?
Nothing.
You didn't freak out?
No,
Why?
I don't know.
You were like, well, is that a thing of being in shock though? Is it like, fuck it, or I can't believe I got this, or hey, we all got to die sometime?
Well, it's funny, I went to see the doctor in the hospital, the guy who operated on me, and he said, well, first of all, he said, you're not going to die. And I thought, well, it never crossed my mind that I might. I think it's kind of arrogance. I was going to live forever. So it just ambled through.
Now, did you lose, any function or no?
No.
Oh, that's cool. Because I think after a prostate or something, right? Doesn't that fuck you up? Or is that, what's the one that will fuck you up with erections?
I think it
and pissing and all that
depends.
stuff?
It can, yeah. But
Yeah, it probably
hasn't.
depends on what treatment they have to use based on
Right.
what level
It's
you
kind
have.
of bizarre, though. You can have orgasm, but you don't ejaculate.
Wait, you're not shooting anything?
Nothing.
Blanks.
Because that's where it's made.
Oh, they took the prostate out.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So you feel it, but nothing comes out.
Nothing comes out.
Could be handy.
But it's still very pleasant.
Yeah.
It used to be.
Yeah.
But there's no damp patch anymore.
Oh, wow.
You should just have a water gun by your bedside.
I thought it should make a noise. I should go.
Right, something. A little water gun, depending on the position.
Shit.
No one will know.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So you go through, you'll just go like, ugh, but there's no fluid at all?
Nothing.
Wow, it's like shadow boxing almost. Fuck.
That seems pretty fucking cool in a weird way.
It's rather
Because you got the
pleasant.
feeling,
Yeah, you get
As long as you got the
everything.
feeling.
You get all the nice bits.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, but you're not worried about having kids at this point anyway, right?
No, for Christ's sake.
I mean, that's probably a great benefit if you're in your fucking 30s. I'm 45. I don't want prostate cancer, but I wouldn't mind nothing.
So just have it taken out.
Nah, I like a hefty load.
The thicker the better, right, Jimmy?
Yeah. I like a little bit of
A
punishment.
hefty load. It's so sexy.
A little punishment with it.
Prepare yourself for a heavy load, darling. Here we go.
I do fucking like that a lot.
Some rope.
So the cancer's taken care of, but now you got the Parkinson's you got to deal
Yeah.
with. Fuck.
How'd you find out about that?
Man.
Oh, that was the weirdest one of all. I was doing Conan O'Brien's thing, and they put me up in the Sportsman's Lodge in Los Angeles. And I was walking through the lobby, and there was every time I'd gone through, there was a crowd of boys and girls and a couple of adults, and there were dancers from Australia. And the guy in charge of them came over to me one day, and he said, "Billy, I'm a big fan. I'm from Tasmania, Australia." I said, "Oh, yeah." He said, "I'm a surgeon," he said, "and I've been watching you walking." He said, "and you've got a strange gait." That was the way he put it. He said, "You show distinct signs of early onset Parkinson's disease. See your doctor."
Jesus.
Really?
Aye.
So what was the gate? What was giving it away?
I think it's the way I just held myself.
Holy shit.
Aye.
So a surgeon fan saw that, tells you to get Parkinson's, and do they blood check for that, or how do they test you for Parkinson's?
Well, the blood test and various other little physical bits and pieces.
And they told you had it.
Yeah.
But what do they do to stop it from progressing?
Drugs.
So you have you're on a regiment?
No, I'm on nothing. I was on it for a while, and then the specialist said that the side effects were stronger than the effects.
Which were what?
Wow.
I didn't notice any effects, but he said the side effects were a deep interest in sex and gambling.
I've heard about that. Yeah, I read
Do you remember
about
that thing on television? They used to advertise this drug for shaky leg.
Yes, and it said the side effect might be gambling.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do they say here? Take 2 pills of fun and call me in the morning. What?
So if you see somebody in Las Vegas with an erection.
What a weird side effect, though.
Rolling the dice
Gambling.
with his dick. Yeah.
How does the wiring in your,
Gambler's dick.
but how's the wiring in your brain go fucked up because you're taking this pill and now you have to gamble?
I don't know. Is that a
So
dopamine thing?
strange.
Is it a dopamine release or it does something? Why those 2 things?
I've absolutely no idea.
Yeah, it sounds like something in some obsessive part or, some part of your brain that would do what makes you want to gamble or
Right.
obsessively have sex.
Or does it make you compulsively eat too? I wonder if people who are on that fucking eat more and put on weight and get fat.
I don't know. Where are we at with Parkinson's too? How's the research and stuff going?
I think the stem cell stuff is very promising. But they have a lot of problems legally getting it through.
No kidding,
Yeah,
man.
that's so
Let them
stupid.
stem cell.
Yeah.
I got a nephew that's all in doing stem cell research down there in Hotlanta.
But it's the religious groups. It's
Screw them.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
They should have a field of fetuses like in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Fucking working on those things. Just tapping them. That's it.
Or like Motel Hell.
I'm
with
glad I come here. It beats watching curling on television.
A lot of curling going on the past couple of weeks.
I get upset about curling because in Scotland it's a game drunk people play.
Really?
It's a Scottish sport.
So it's not like an Olympic sport. It's just like bowling or something.
Casual. It's fun. There's a lot of laughing.
Go out with
going
your
on.
friends and do some curling. Yeah.
Supposedly they're allowed to drink a beer. That Olympic athlete yesterday was telling us that. We had a gold medalist in here yesterday, and she was saying that they're allowed to drink a beer. It's part of the rules or something.
If you're
in the Olympics,
there
though?
shouldn't be any Olympic sport where having a beer won't be a negative before you go out there. Yeah.
Who can have a beer?
the curlers.
Supposedly the curling guys.
Oh, yeah.
But she was saying in the Olympics they could have a beer.
That'd be fucked
Now,
up.
I'll tell you, this is absolutely true. It was 1979. They had a thing called a Bonspiel. It's a big gathering of curlers on the Lake of Menteith in Scotland. And I went with my friend. He knew about it. I had never seen a curler curling. And we went along, and they were all. And the ice was really thick, but it would crack every now and again. Go,
Whoa, shit.
and I
That's
would
gotta
go,
be scary.
Jesus! And the curlers would go, hooray!
Oh, so that's like a big
They're all
fun
pissed,
thing.
You know? Hey!
Oh, wow.
And I said, everybody's drunk here. And then I turned around and there was a guy, he had unscrewed his brush, which was in 2 bits. And his brush was hollow and full of
Oh, and
whiskey.
it had whiskey
nice.
in it. So he'd do that, put it back, and then start scraping and brushing
Start
the ice.
sweeping.
Isn't it the best looking sport in the world for that
It
brush?
looks silly.
I think it's wonderful. It's like a Monty Python invention.
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel Olympic worthy though. It just feels like. I mean, I know it's a skill.
No, it will feel worthy when they get brushes for everybody, for the 100 metres dash of the guy. A really fast runner with a brush in front of him.
It does look a little exhausting.
It's not easy to
yeah.
figure out how hard to slide that shit. There's
that's
a real
the key,
There's
obviously.
absolutely a talent there.
Is the person that does that slow little
Right.
lag. That's the key right there.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, gotta
I
be
don't
pretty
know.
I
good.
think it's really impressive.
I think so.
But I prefer the drunk version.
Sure. A few beers
Because
involved.
there's a lot of laughing.
I
and
prefer the
shouting
drunk
involved.
version of anything.
I would assume.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I would assume the drunk version of it is just hurling them down as hard as you can and just smashing whatever you can. No strategy whatsoever.
And a lot of rebel yelling.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The brush is useless. No one is actually doing anything real with that.
Well, if you equate it with recreational bowling like we have here, you go with your friends. There's a lot of drinking of beer.
Yes.
A lot of laughing.
It's exactly like
That's
bowling.
that's
the
what it is
atmosphere
over
at
there.
curling.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you throw it as hard as you can.
Yeah.
After a
And they're
while.
mostly older people. There's some young people do it. you
Right,
know,
right.
But there's a lot of old people. There's a great mixture of ages.
Yeah.
It isn't like a sport. It's a kind of community.
And then bowling, you got like the professionals. When they put them on Wild World of Sports years ago, whatever. And that they're not drinking and whooping it up. So that's the professional part, which I guess is like the Olympics with curling. But then The basic one is just a lot of fun drinking and laughing.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
I hate bowling because it's like it's like the balls like go in the gutter and then it just curls around and hits all the pins.
Those are the good bowlers.
That fucking
can do
annoys
that.
me.
Oh, you're
throw it
just
in the gutter.
Straight down the middle guy.
Yeah, I bowl in 80. I fucking stink.
I do enjoy going
straight as an
bowling.
arrow.
Exactly.
No spin.
I
Just fucking
straight
straight
roll
as an
it.
arrow.
Right down the fucking middle.
I just checked my Twitter, and Queen Elizabeth writes, Billy Connolly reminds me of my dad. Gets cancer, doesn't give a fuck.
That's right.
My dad was...
Why should you give a fuck?
My dad had some of that cancer stuff, and same thing. These old school guys.
You've got cancer, I think you should start giving a fuck. I mean, come on.
Right.
You either give a fuck or you don't. You know what, about everything.
Yeah, about everything.
So you just apply it to the cancer. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
It's the same as Parkinson's. You meet guys and say, I was online and I found that 12 things of dopamine and 3 things of acetylcholine and fuck off. I prefer not to give it any notice. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't sing a whole lot of shaking going on.
Do they? Parkinson's fucks with the memory too. Like, are you concerned with that?
No, I've always had a shitty memory.
Oh, you do.
I've always had a shitty memory. So
I saw you at the Beacon.
Now you have an excuse then.
Yeah, I guess. I saw you at the Beacon, and it was a great show, but there was one bit. It might have been a new bit, but you forgot the punch, but you were funny with it, because we've all done that on stage, where you just fucking forget where you're going, but you stop and you, like, acknowledge, I fucking forgot and people laughed, because it was like...
I've done that my entire career.
Really?
Yeah.
You just kind of lose your place?
Just lose it, yeah. Wander off.
How are you with lines in movies?
I'm okay with
like
that.
A script, you could. Phew, that always looks like a pain in the ass.
No kidding.
That always looks like a hard thing to do.
Although I did one recently, Quartet, and it was directed by Dustin Hoffman, and he would say, "Do your lines, but if you find anything funny, just do it."
Oh, well,
you let you. Lovely, yeah.
He let you go off book a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's got to be fun for you.
As long as you get your cue on for the next person.
Right. Yeah.
Did you go off at all?
Oh yeah.
I always thought they hated that because it's harder to edit that way. If you're fucking all over the place, then they can't use the 2 takes in a row.
Yeah. Well, the good guy like Dustin will say that's great and just that's it in the can.
Wow, yeah.
He's not one of those fucking 2,000 take guys.
Oh no.
We got a guy that grew up with you, wants to talk to you badly.
Really?
Yeah. Let me say hi to Thomas. Hi, Thomas.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. You didn't grow up with me with that fucking accent.
Yeah. You don't know me now. You used to know me pretty well now. Now you don't want to talk to me.
Who are you?
Oh, Jesus.
What the
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Did someone actually buy that call inside?
I apologize. I thought that would have been cool if someone you knew from the old days calling our show. It happens.
Yeah, of course it does. But
I think that would be an odd occurrence.
That shows you how fucking Americans don't know different accents. Because I had no idea.
I just assumed, oh, God, it's got to be.
Not with that accent.
Yeah, I would have thought he's from your block.
Right, I have no idea either.
He's probably sitting in an attic in his underwear.
Yeah, of course he is.
Well, if he's enjoying this show, I would say yes, definitely. He's a lonely man in an attic or a basement.
We attract those types, Billy. We attract a few of those.
They usually are.
Are you watching the Olympics in general besides the curling, or do you care at all?
I don't care much, but I think the skillful people. I like the luge doubles.
Yeah, that's a little wacky.
That's kind of bizarre, isn't it?
We talked about how do you approach another guy and say, hey, man,
I'm going to lie.
I want you to join.
I'm going to lie with my ass on your bollocks. Right. We're going to hurtle down this hill. And every now and again I'm going to say, what the fuck was that? And you're going to say, the ice is lumpy. And I'm going to say, that doesn't give you an erection, you liar. That's not an erection, it's my bus fare in my trouser pocket.
It's a sport you can do by yourself, so why would you invite another man to join you?
I really need
I think they should have ski jump doubles.
Right. Yeah.
Just one pair of skis, but 2 guys.
2 guys. Just add another guy to every individual sport. Why not?
As they're coming down, the guy at the back can flap his arm.
Yeah. Keep him in the air. That just does seem like something that you could do completely alone. So why?
What's that about?
Like, what's the 2 guys for in that? Is it a weight
weird,
thing?
Isn't it?
That's a strange one.
Is it a
Tell
weight
me,
issue?
Can you guide a luge, or do you just go?
I don't know. I don't know if you're guiding it? Do you? Is it
they steer it.
steerable?
Yeah, they steer it a little bit.
But a little movement,
in
a
the
fucking
trench.
little bit of movement has got to.
Yeah,
It seems to me you guide it with your feet. That's the way it looks.
Like they almost drag their
but then
feet a little.
to do that, you'd have to look up, and when you look up, you slow down.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta know where you are on
I
that
think
track.
you're in that trench and just.
Do you know a
Let it rip.
sport they should have at the Winter Olympics? Just making a slide. Remember when you were a kid, you used to make slides on the icy road. You just run and slide.
Oh, and slide on your the Olympic sliding. And what? See how far you can get?
Yeah, I see how far you can get. And you must wear a raincoat and rubber boots and all that, the way kids.
Yeah, there's a uniform that you'd have to wear the raincoat.
And they leave little bits of little fucking nails sticking through, so occasionally someone gets their asshole ripped out while they're sliding.
Jimmy.
The way they do to banisters.
Yeah, just so somebody gets injured. I mean, you got to make it exciting. That would be the fucking.
I like watching the. It sounds a little faggy, but the skating. I like the girls figure skating because they're fucking.
He likes very young
they're
girls,
hot.
Billy.
No, they're 18, 20-year-old
He likes
girls
extremely young girls.
Who doesn't appreciate a nice fit body like that on the ice. Very graceful.
They're very good, but I feel kind of strange watching it. Ever since somebody told me it was a test for homosexuality. A test. Have you ever cried watching figure skating?
I don't know. Wow, yeah, if you're crying doing watching figure skating.
What if I found myself crying here? I've got enough fucking problems.
You don't need to be crying during figure skating.
Whoa!
It's beautiful.
It's lovely.
Shit. No.
Beats the shit out of doubles losing.
Yeah, that should be a test.
That you just,
That's a
You're
definite.
crying during that. I wish that was
Oh,
me.
it's too late for the. Oh, I wish I was the guy in the bottom.
Shit.
you just feel dirty when that's on. You're like, hey, I can't watch this shit. What the fuck am I watching? What is going on here?
But there is a very big difference, not just the temperature either, the summer and winter Olympics. The winter Olympics, I noticed it's a very white Olympics. There's a lot of white people.
Except for the Jamaican bobsleigh.
Yeah, which always seems just like
they're
a
in there
goof.
for the goof.
That just seems a little goofy.
It is, but the announcer keeps saying, no, you must take them seriously. They're very, very good athletes.
Yes.
They always come in last.
Because no one takes them seriously. They always come in last. Yeah.
And they're fat guys. That's what I like about
They're
them.
fat guys. They and then they paint their fucking sled up, whatever it is, like one of the tour buses down in Jamaica.
That's right.
So no one takes it seriously.
That's right. It's as if they've done it in the garage.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a goof. I think it's more popular because of the movie.
Well, I guess.
It's almost like...
But they're making their own bobsleds. The Americans have, like, BMW making their bobsleds.
Yeah, they make
And
their
the
own.
Jamaicans are just, like you said, in a garage.
Sticking it with gaffer tape.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a fucking homemade go-kart or
John
something.
Candy was very good in that. You kind of forget he was in that movie.
I don't know if I ever saw that movie.
I saw it recently.
He was good in everything.
Yeah,
He was
great.
He was
great in
brilliant.
everything, man. Just
John Candy was
funny.
brilliant.
Goddamn guy.
I think he's the funniest. Gleason, I think, was the funniest fat guy ever. But at least that I've seen. And
That's a direct link. That's really clever.
Yeah.
You can see Gleason in him, can't you?
yeah, and Candy, I think, came after him.
Say that same bizarre talent.
He was able to play the goofy fat guy, but also like very serious, where you'd feel for him.
Yeah,
Right.
you'd like him.
That.
you absolutely liked
very
him at
much
the
like
end.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
John Candy was never bad in anything I ever saw.
No.
Even shitty movies.
Right.
That shows a real talent.
What was good? Only the Lonely with him and
Eddie
Maureen.
Murphy's never bad in anything.
That's true.
He's always great, even when the movie is a bit suspect. He's
A bit
brilliant.
suspect.
I want to see Murphy though play something different. Like he is good, but he doesn't do any really serious. Like I would love to see him do something like Pryor did, like Grease Lightning and Lady Sings the Blues, and I would love to see Murphy do something that's like just different because I think he is a really good actor.
I'd like to see him do something dark and threatening.
Yeah.
The way Robin Williams does from time to time.
Yeah, he's really good too. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's a Juilliard trained actor. Robin Williams is like
That's
a fucking,
right, yeah.
like a. I think Christopher Reeve was his roommate in
That's right.
in college. He's a real actor.
Really?
Yeah, Robin Williams is like a fucking actor.
But it's kind of weird when an actor breaks as a comedian or a comic actor. he kind of gets that stigma, and it's hard to transcend. He did it.
Oh, it's amazingly difficult to transcend.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, he's that funny guy.
Especially if you do it well the first time.
Right, yeah. If you do it well, and especially him being a stand-up, it's kind of like, oh, serious? Get out of here.
I don't know what he did first, to be honest. I know he's been doing stand-up. My first Robin Williams album was Reality What a Concept in 1979.
Jesus.
I remember I got that like for my birthday or something, and that was the one you played with the fucking volume down because he said fuck on it like 3 times.
Did he?
Yeah, and that was like a big deal. Like you heard an album with fuck on it, and he was doing Shakespeare on the record, so I'm like, I know he acted back then.
He did, yeah, because he came to Edinburgh Festival with an acting troupe from Juilliard.
Well, when was that?
That would be in the 60s.
In the 60s?
No, he's not that.
Yeah,
he is that old. He could have done something in the 60s.
Oh, it's Robin Williams.
Late 60s,
I
man.
looked this shit up.
Are you sure?
well, maybe early 70s.
I was watching a video of you online yesterday. I was trying to find really older footage, but 82 is as far back as I could. I only watched for a little while, and then I got caught in a YouTube loop. I started watching, you start.
Isn't it easy to do?
Yes.
You go from one thing, I started out looking for banjo stuff, and I end up watching blacksmiths in Yugoslavia.
and you're interested.
Deeply interested.
Yeah.
And then it changes to leather aprons all over the world. Ooh.
I started on Billy Connolly, looking for Billy Connolly, and I wound up on Muhammad Ali because of Michael Parkinson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I started. It was like you and Michael Caine doing. We're sitting on panel together.
Oh, yeah.
And how long's that guy been around? Fucking Parkinson, because we don't know him here at all.
Oh, thousands of years.
Thousands, yeah.
Is he still alive?
He's still alive, but he doesn't do the show anymore.
Why?
He kind of gave it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was replaced by younger guys like Jay Leno.
Yeah, but are they good?
Oh yeah, well, but they're not as good. Like he was trained as a journalist, and I always liked doing his show. He was a great audience. He would sit and listen to you, and if you changed the subject, he would go with you.
Right.
Whereas the younger guys seem to have an agenda. They have a little clipboard on their knee, and they've done their pre-interview and all that. So you end up with things like, "Oh, that was a shame about the death of your mother. I believe you like cycling."
Oh my God!
You know what I mean?
You just explained it perfectly.
They stick rigidly to this fucking agenda.
You gotta just go with it.
Yeah. I was watching some Jimmy Fallon last night.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much the first Tonight Show I've caught with him. And obviously he's very excited.
Yes.
And everything. It looks exhausting. He's coming across as being so overly up and enthusiastic no matter what's happening on the screen that I was exhausted watching him. He's going from like the monologue, and then he's like, "It's the rules, whoa!" And he runs over to the desk. He's like, "Well," he's tapping on the desk. It's like, whew, settle down.
Enthusiast,
yes,
he?
and on the way to commercial,
it's a big
he's
gig.
tapping, he's moving, and it's like, I know it's a big gig, but it was exhausting watching him. Like at some point, you just take a breath. Take a breath.
He'll settle down.
He'll
I think he's making a remarkably good job of it.
Yeah, it was a great job. He did.
It's very promising.
Amazing, funny, totally likable. I think everybody likes him.
He is an immensely likable guy.
The bits, his rapport with the guests that come on is just very natural and fun. I think he's going to do great. But it's so overly energetic from the time he comes out to the time the show's over. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I would imagine that's probably a natural occurrence too, because that's fucking excited.
I'm hosting the fucking Tonight Show energy. Like,
exactly.
That's just amazing. There's probably this. You just want to run around screaming. I'm hosting the Tonight Show. I mean,
I feel sorry for Jay Leno though.
Yeah.
I think he was kind of shabbily treated
over and over again
during the whole time he was there.
It's unbelievable.
Just shabbily treated, yes.
He goes out shabby treatment, don't you think?
Yeah,
he goes out with great ratings. Great ratings. Yeah, amazing ratings to the end.
He did the job like a professional for a company that was constantly trying to fuck him over. So, yeah,
it's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
He had the same attitude as Johnny Carson. He would come to your dressing room door and say, "Hello, I'm Johnny Carson," and you think, "What am I supposed to say here?" Of course,
you are.
Yeah.
Did you do Carson?
Yeah.
How was it?
I did it in the last week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
shit.
Was that your first time on?
Yeah.
Were you nervous?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, in the last week
You
to
were
have
booked
you on.
for the last week. Wow.
Yeah.
How was that, Billy?
It was absolutely lovely.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And he introduced himself first?
Yeah, he came to your dressing room. Hello, I'm Johnny Carson. You're
Yep.
just saying, hello, I'm the Statue of Liberty.
Yep.
Well,
That you are.
Jay had exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jay Leno. How you doing?
Yeah, he comes in, he sits with you and talks to you a little bit. What's going on, man? What's going on? It's kind of, loosen you up and get you used to being in his energy a little bit and chatting.
A
And
delightful fellow, isn't he?
yeah, he's a really sweet guy. And, I guess.
Letterman's weird. He won't do anything.
No.
Oh, you don't see him at all.
No,
No.
he did come back.
We did Letterman once. He walked to the curtain to introduce
he actually
himself.
walked
Same
to the
thing. He goes,
curtain.
"Hi, I'm Dave," and I want to say just like you. No shit, you're
Yeah,
Dave.
you are.
Yeah.
Of course, you're Dave.
That was weird that he did that.
And they said that he usually doesn't do that. I guess I don't know why he did that day, but it certainly relaxed us.
we wanted to find out who the fuck we were.
Maybe,
Who are these assholes?
Maybe it relaxed him too, though. I mean, let's be honest, his reputation. Maybe he wanted to just see these guys.
Maybe, yeah.
It totally put us at ease, so it was fun. We had a good time.
But I like the long form interviews, man. Like, I really like, not Charlie Rose, who's a little in front of an audience. Like, I love Dick Cavett and Mike Douglas.
Yeah.
Because they did imperfect shit. They let it be imperfect.
I think you've got a real good point there, because most of them are into entertaining now all the time.
Yeah.
No.
And they get the panic if there hasn't been a laugh in the last 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just go with the flow.
It was so-
Let the guy talk about his dead granny.
Exactly. And if everyone gets a hard on, so be it.
That's it.
It was definitely more unprofessional back then, for whatever that's worth. And I think it was better to watch somebody giving a normal conversation with another human being. It was more like that. Yeah, they were sitting there smoking cigarettes, drinking.
That's what I love to see.
I love that.
Smoking.
Just so,
brilliant.
oh, now they'd be like, oh, the children are going to see him smoking or drink. Watching the old Tonight shows where...
On Groucho Marx with a huge cigar.
Yeah, big cigar. And Frank Sinatra would come out and Dean Martin, and they got drinks in their hand. You know those weren't props. That's drinks, real alcohol drinks in there.
Behaving like human beings.
Yeah,
It's
just
wonderful.
fucking around with each other. Yeah,
I think it's brilliant.
It was pretty cool.
The more professional it gets with brackets on it,
Yeah.
the less I like it.
Because I don't know, it seems like if they don't have a giant staff and have written everything down prior to the interview, I don't know how good they'd be. But these other guys, old school, they were able to sit down.
No, because they're not afraid of failure.
Right,
Because
yeah.
they know it isn't real failure. Get on tomorrow night again, you can do it right.
Yeah. Fix it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I watched a Mike Douglas interview at the Jackson 5, and it was awkward because they were not amazing speakers. They were young guys. And it was like, he was like, so you're the prankster. And like, like Tito's like, yeah, and it would just kind of fade away. But it was a real, you could feel it breathe. And it was a real interaction.
Yeah.
Now we're used to seeing famous people talk, so maybe that's not as much of a call for that. I don't know, but it just felt so much more interesting to watch people having a general chat than fucking forcing a 5-minute soundbite.
And you get the impression that something might happen here.
Right.
right.
Whereas when it's all professional with brackets, it's kind of nothing's going to happen.
No.
Everything's going to be PR.
Everything's going to be fine. They're going to get their product out there.
Oh, it's a wonderful film. I enjoyed every second. And the cast were delightful. And why did you do it? Oh, it jumped off the page.
I just want one guy to go.
Or the English guys are really pretentious to go, how did you get the movie? Well, I found myself in Egypt, and no, you didn't. What, you woke up when you were in Egypt?
Oh, shit, yeah.
And there was a director in the same restaurant. I went, oh, hello, John, how you doing? And he said, you're the very man for this gig. Like, you lying bastard.
Oh, shit.
You followed him to Egypt. You creepy bastard.
I just want one guy to say the movie is shit, and I'm here because we're
we need a
desperate to
payday.
sell fucking tickets this weekend. Who came in and did that for us?
Michael Madsen?
Michael Madsen came in.
Oh,
was
now
so
you're
great.
talking.
That was
Michael
great.
Madsen came in and he just let it out. He explained why he did every shit movie. He goes, my mortgage on this one,
this one
child
was
support
child
on this
support,
one.
this one was-
I had to pay off some people, so I took this movie.
And then he was like,
to
oh,
keep
that
up
was a
your
good one.
SAG insurance, you have to have a certain amount of income.
of actual
It
income
was
from.
so refreshing to finally hear someone say that. It was great.
And then when he went like, no, that was a good one. I liked that movie.
Yeah.
I did because it was good, you know.
Right.
But he's another guy who's great in everything.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
He stands apart from the script.
Yeah. He's a scary guy in movies because he's kind of mild-mannered for the most part, but he's just capable of ripping your head off. Mm-hmm. Very good.
Great
I like
sociopath.
him, yeah.
He's a great fucking sociopath.
Yeah.
He's great to talk to.
And then just to hang out with, to have him on the show and talk. He was really fun.
He had a lot of Hollywood stories, man. Jesus.
Will you ever forget that scene, Stuck in the Middle?
Of course not.
Reservoir Dogs.
Amazing.
Reservoir Dogs, that was great.
Yeah, and
with the razor, the straight
dancing,
razor.
that little awful dance. I want to dance like that at a wedding. Just walking back and forth with a fucking severed ear.
Talking into the severed ear. Hello, can you hear me? And then he kind of makes himself laugh.
It was weird for me because I used to be in a band with Jerry Rafferty.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's Jerry Rafferty? Oh, the guy
Baker
who's
Street. The Baker Street guy.
Baker Street,
Yeah.
Wow.
You were in a band with Jerry Rafferty?
That's pretty cool.
Would you play banjo?
Yeah.
That's fucking very cool.
Was it Jerry
They were
Rafferty?
called the Humble Bums.
Okay, I was going to ask you. Wow. Any hits? Any songs we would know?
We had a hit in Europe called Shoeshine Boy.
Really?
I remember we were number 2 in Holland and Imagine was number 5.
Shit.
Yeah, I used to have it on my bedroom wall.
You should.
Wait, do we have that song? I would love to hear a little bit of that. Do you sing in it too, or just banjo?
No, I don't play banjo now, and just play guitar and sing.
Yeah, you gotta
On this one?
What, Shoeshine Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just sing the harmonies and play my guitar.
Yeah, you gotta let Jerry Rafferty sing, right? Here it is, Shoeshine Boy.
Oh my
The Humble
goodness
Bums.
gracious.
That's me there.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shoeshine boy, he's making his money working downtown on Main Street. Shoeshine boy, I know it ain't funny, cleaning everything on 2 feet.
There you are.
Get down upon your knees and brush your blues away. It won't be long till Saturday night and you'll be dancing with your lady till the break of day.
That's pretty cool.
Everybody lose now.
Wow. This is
Take your partners and
old
lose.
school. What year was this?
That would be 69.
I can honestly say I've never heard this before.
No.
You would have thought we would have heard it by now,
Right?
Yeah.
Especially if it was a hit in Holland. My God.
The Humble Bums.
How long were you in the band for?
You could
4 years.
You could hear a Jerry Rafferty sound in that harmony. Very cool.
1970?
1970.
Wow.
No kidding.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
That's pretty cool, man.
Oh, that's great. That's brilliant. That's another scene I love.
I love it.
Go home and get your fucking shine box.
Shoeshine boy.
Shoeshine Boy.
Oh, that is so cool.
Why did you leave them?
Oh, we split because he was becoming a great songwriter and I was holding him back.
Wow.
And I was the kind of front man. I was being funny and all that. And I think he was getting a bit pissed with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I would too, sitting in the stool with your guitar while this fuckwit's at the front telling stories.
Fuckwit.
You know, telling long, involved stories that don't go anywhere.
It's like maybe you have another career here.
Yeah.
But you're fucking up my gig.
I remember we sat down in Glasgow Central railway station and said, "Look, listen, I think we've taken this as far as it can go."
Wow, really? Holy shit.
Was it an angry breakup or no?
No, it was very nice.
You guys kept in touch over the years?
Yeah,
He just recently passed away, didn't he?
he did, yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny, I was texting him on his deathbed.
Really?
Yeah, it was really nice, making him laugh and all that.
Fuck.
Wow.
Yeah,
That is fucked up right there.
yeah. Reminding him of the time we smoked dope using pages of the Bible.
You don't want to remind someone of that on their deathbed.
Yeah, right. No, that never happened.
God, if you're watching, that never happened.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What did he die of?
If there is a God.
Well, he was a chronic alcoholic. and he died of liver failure, I think.
Wow.
But you knew he was on his deathbed when you were texting him?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
That's horrible.
That's some.
He was a great guy.
That's a fun little, like, footnote in your little resume of things. I never heard that before.
No idea.
I never heard Jerry described as a footnote either.
No, I mean, like, just that part of your career. It seems like, wow.
I was kind of unhappy,
Yeah.
Well, it didn't work out for me. I thought when I joined him, I would get better, and I did, but so did he. At that songwriting and music stuff.
Oh, okay.
And eventually you have to own up, and it's kind of...
It's like, damn, he got a lot better.
It's the shaving mirror. It's the psychology of the shaving mirror. You have to look in at somebody and say, who the fuck are you?
Right. Yeah.
And why are you writing these boring songs when Dylan's writing great ones that you could be singing?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Were you doing stand-up then or no?
Yeah, well, it was a kind of stand-up. It was in music places.
So were you telling jokes exclusively or just kind of doing music and jokes in between?
Yeah, music and jokes in between.
It was weird, like, back then you could do that.
Because there was nothing else to do. There was no comedy clubs. There was no such thing.
Wow.
We still had a little bit of vaudeville left, but I was all hairy and weird looking and velvet trousers. And they wouldn't let you in. And then there was a nightclub situation, but they wouldn't let me near it. Because I was swearing and all that.
Right.
Jeez.
I saw the documentary on the Improv. If you've seen that, it's on Epix. It's really good, but they showed the beginnings of it. And it was like they'd have a comedian come up, and then some guy would play the piano, and people would sing. It wasn't just strictly a comedy club.
It was nicer.
Yeah, there was a more varied
there
variety.
was guys doing poems. And
right, there was all kinds of shit.
Creatures coming out the woodwork.
Yeah. Very unique, eclectic
like
stuff.
a cabaret.
Yes.
Almost like a talent show. Woody Allen would talk about that in the 60s when he was doing the Underground and all these places here in the city. You'd be on with like a weird Eskimo
jazz
singer.
Guitarist.
Jazz guitarist.
It wasn't odd to, have a jazz guitarist up and then guy telling jokes.
No, there was nothing odd about it.
Yeah. Wow, Jerry
And
Rankin.
poetry used to be huge at Edinburgh Festival. The kind of punk poetry. These weird guys coming on and shouting and bawling and stomping around the stage angry. Your idea of poetry had always been people wimping on about daffodils.
Yeah.
And then these guys would come on fucking and blinding and
Right, yeah.
fuck you and fuck your mother. What's this?
Would he just stop then and be cool, or would he take his anger with him off stage?
Oh, usually they stomped off in anger.
Stomped off. He's like, I just pissed myself off.
Yeah, nailed it.
Fucking nailed it. Keep this anger going.
Very cool.
Oh, Billy.
I think that's our show.
Yeah, we're done.
Then there would be a jazz band, and they were usually called something that sounded like the Dow Jones Index. And they would come on doing a shitty version of Eleanor Rigby, Goodly-dado, goodly-doo, goodly-doo, yeah, googly-doo-doo. Fucking do it properly.
Shit.
Let's plug everybody properly.
Yes, let's.
BillyConnolly.com. That's obviously Billy has 2 L's. Connolly has 2 L's and 2 N's.
Right.
And Billy
Ew.
_ Billy _ Connolly on Twitter. If you just see Billy Connolly on Twitter without an underscore, it is not this Billy Connolly. And you can catch all of Billy's dates. There, and he'll be in Los Angeles, San Diego, Portland, and Seattle coming up in the next month. So Billy's a great comic. So if you want,
love having you on, man. What a blast!
It's a gas coming back here. I'm glad to see you still
Absolutely.
around.
Yeah,
we're still around.
Yeah, we're surprised. We're very shocked.
I can never find anything on the radio here. It's a mystery to me.
Yeah, there's nothing really going on.
Do you have satellite?
No.
Okay.
Oh man,
Gotta get us on satellite.
Absolutely.
And I'll be in Pittsburgh next Friday at the theater.
Go see Jimmy.
Yeah, please. Let's be honest. How many humiliations do I have to suffer after yesterday's fucking audition? Just show up.
Oh,
the fucking gig.
The things you were going over yesterday?
I was awful.
Were you awful?
Just a bad audition. Just,
Never mind that. It doesn't mean anything.
I know, but it was for my friend's show, and it was actually good. I actually liked what I was doing. It wasn't the material. I usually blame the material being shit. But this one was just fucking robot cunt face that I was walking. Blah, 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 blah.
I know a guy, and I won't tell you his name, but he auditioned his mother and failed her.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. I kind of respect that.
Not Scorsese.
No.
That wasn't Scorsese. His mother was great in those movies.
Yeah.
Billy,
Right.
thanks
We'll
so
see you
much.
tomorrow. Yeah,
Smashing being back here.
Yeah,
Thanks, Billy.
absolutely. Anytime, man.
absolutely.
What a gas.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Later.
Bye.
The Opie and Anthony Show is drawn to a close. Stay tuned to reflect, relive, and get the story behind the story of the finest moments of today's show. Sam Roberts' Opie and Anthony post-show begins in moments.